here. And yes, Matt asked, have we gone through the first three prakim? Believe it or not, we have gone through the first three prakim. Okay. And now we're actually nearing, I don't say nearing the end, we still have a ways to go, but okay. Siyata Dishmaya. The game plan is going to be, again, to stop at 9:20. That's going to be the ikra over here. The game plan is going to be to stop at 9:20 to give everyone some time to do chazara. And eat some sushi. You could eat during, afterwards. A lot of sushi. So we had extra people that bought extra sushi. No, we didn't get it. I dropped the ball. I forgot the pretzels. No, we'll get the joke soon. It takes time to get all the no cream cheese sushi. It's all good. It was under the beam. Okay. Lulav va'arava. Lulav va'arava. We'll begin the fourth parak. The mitzvah of lulav, the mitzvah va'arava. Shisha could be 6 days. Vishiva, or could be 7 days. When is it 6 days? When is it 7 days? Hold on a moment. The Mishnah itself actually is going to explain. So the Mishnah begins that we have a mitzvah of lulav and we have a mitzvah of arava. What's the mitzvah of arava? We don't know what that is either, but we'll get there. They are either done 6 days or done 7 days. Okay, next. Hahalel, the mitzvah of halel. The hasimcha, and the mitzvah of simcha. What's the mitzvah of simcha? That's the mitzvah in Yantiv to eat meat, of karbanos, etc. That is Shemaina, 8 days. So I think that's the only one we could really understand very easily. We're talking about Sukkot. There's 8 days of Sukkot. So all 8 days, you say Hallel. All 8 days, there's a mitzvah of Simcha. Now, what does it mean? Lulav and Arava are 6 and 7. We have to see. Sukkah, the mitzvah of Sukkah. The Nisach Hamayim. Nisach literally is pouring. Nisach Hamayim was a unique mitzvah that they poured water into the base of the Mizbeach. It was the... Oh, Rav David, what do you bleach your creature over there? Seriously, what did he do wrong? Come, don't worry, you won't be in the camera. Don't worry. Nisach Hamayim is usually on the Mizbeach, they only poured yayin. Usually they poured wine on Mizbeach. Once a year, twice a year, they poured water. A very special service. They poured water on the Mizbeach. We just started the Mishnah. Don't worry, the fourth Perek. We'll say it again, have no fear. The mitzvah of Nisach Hamayim is Shiva, 7 days. HaChalil. HaChalil is a flute. The flutes, what were the flutes? When did they play flutes? So, Simchas Beis HaShveva, very good. Either you could guess or you could look at Rashi on the second medium-sized line. Rashi fills in, what is Chalil, Simchas Beis HaShveva? When is that? Chamisha. That's 5 days. So again, that one we could also sort of understand, because that's l'chayr going to have something to do with Cholamayid maybe, Vishisha, or 6 days. Period. So that is what we'd call a introductory statement of the Mishnah. Now the Mishnah is going to explain itself. So the first 3 lines, what did the Mishnah do? It laid down basic rules. Lulav and Arava, 6 or 7. Halal and Simcha, 8. Sukkah Nisach Hamayim, 7. The flute, 5 or 6. End of Hakdama. Almost like, you have like a opening statement, and then we take it apart piece by piece. Says the Mishnah, Lulav Shiva, Ketzad, a lulav for 7 days. Ketzad, how is it? In what scenario would you have lulav for 7 days? Explains the Mishnah. Yom Tov Harishain Shel Chag. If the first day of Sukkot Shechal Liyois b'Shabbos, that falls out on Shabbos, then lulav Shiva. You have the lulav for 7 days. Why? You could use it on Shabbos if the first day is Shabbos. Why? Oh, because we're talking about Beis HaMikdash. We're all thinking, what do you mean? If Sukkot is the first day of Shabbos, we don't do lulav. So if the first day of Sukkot in the Beis Hamikdash was Shabbos, as the Mishnah itself will explain in a few moments, then the first day, why the first day? This we've learned already, because the first day of lulav is a mitzvah de'oraisa, lekachtem lochem biyoyim harishon. The first day is a de'oraisa, and therefore the first day would push off Shabbos. So again, if day one is Shabbos, then you have 7 days of lulav. We know the 8th day, Sheminah Teres, we don't have lulav. You have 7 days. If, let's say, the second day was Shabbos, then what would happen? Then you would have 6 days. Why? Because on the second day, it wouldn't push off Shabbos. So then you would have 6 days. One more time. Lulav Shiva Kitzad. What is the case that Lulav is 7? Yom Tov Rishon Shachag. If the first day of Yom Tov Shechal Liyois B'Shabbos, Shechal, that falls out on Liyois to be B'Shabbos on Shabbos, then Lulav Shiva. Then the Lulav is for 7 days. Lulav is for 7 days. Kama. V'shar kol hayamim. But if Shabbos, Rabbi Kanfrinkel, please, come. Zitzavek. If Shabbos is any of the other days, v'shar kol hayamim, then what? Then Shisha. Then it's going to be 6 days. Period. So now we understand the first din in the Mishnah. What was the first din? That lulav can either be 6 or 7. What defines if it's 6 or 7? When Shabbos is. If Shabbos is day number 1, then lulav is 7. If Shabbos is day number 2, then lulav is 6. Next case, Arava. When do we have the din of Arava? Shiva, for 7 days. Kitzad. How is that? Explains the Mishnah. Yom hashvi'i shel Arava. If the 7th day of Arava.
Same thing as lulav. Bring it all together.
Oh, very good. That's what you would have thought, right? But now the
taking lulav on the day of Shabbos.
Perfect. So now, what does the Mishnah mean when it says Arava? Very good. It clearly does not mean the Arava in the lulav. Because if it meant the Arava in the lulav, then it's ridiculous. So what does it mean? Rabbi Menachem, what do you say? Hashanis. What is the 7th day of Sukkot? Hoshana Rabbah. So if the 7th day of Sukkot, again, Nachama, Arava Shiva Kitzad, how could you have a Rava for 7 days? Says the Mishnah, Yom HaShvi'i Shel Arava, if the 7th day of Sukkot, Shechal Liyois B'Shabbos, falls on Shabbos, then Arava is Shiva. So what do we see? That the Arava of Hoshana Rabbah is Deicha Shabbos. Why? What?
Arava, Shabbos use 1 day.
So we clearly don't know what in the world Hoshana Rabbah is. That's what we're learning over here. We think Hoshana Rabbah is, I don't know, you walk an extra time around the bima and you mumble some words and write. Clearly, there's something about Hoshana Rabbah. There's some special din of Arava on Hoshana Rabbah, which is even Deicha Shabbos, which means it's a din d'oraisa clearly, and we have to understand what it is, which we will get to. But v'shar kol hayamim, if Shabbos falls out on any other day, meaning if the 7th day of Sukkot is not Shabbos, then Shisha, the Rava will be 6 days.
So
period.
Hashanas for 7 days in the Beis Hamikdash?
Which
Hashanas? Not lulav.
So clearly, there's a so good. So there's something called Dalin Minim. What are your Dalin Minim? You have your lulav, you have your dasin. You have your Ravos, you have your Esrik. That, when the Mishnah says your lulav is 6 or 7 days, doesn't just mean the lulav. It means the Dalin meaning. That's clearly what it means. Hoshana Rabbah, what are you saying? You're saying nowadays you can't, right? Nowadays you can't.
As far as I know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Nowadays you can't. Bisman B'Samik Shikut. Very good. Very good.
We can never have that Hoshana Rabbah falls out on Shabbos.
Bisman Hazeh, it's not shaykh. It's not possible.
When the Mishnah says Arava Shiva.
So when the Mishnah, good. So when the Mishnah says Arava Shiva, what's it referring to? Not referring to the Arava in the Dalin Minim. It's referring to a din of a shanis on a Hoshana Rabbah. What is that din? We do not know. We're going to learn. There was a whole special process that they put these Aravas around the Mizbeach, a whole matzav that we have no clue what's going on. It's special din of the Beis Hamikdash.
Shiva, it sounds like every day.
They did. No, you're right. They did something for 7 days. We don't know what it is. Some special mitzvah of Arava for 7 days. So much so that that special mitzvah on Hoshana Rabbah would be Toiche Shabbos. Yes, I agree with your assessment 100%. Says the Mishnah further. Let's look at the top Rashi. Top Rashi, Rabavi really speaks to what you just said. Top Rashi. Lula Varava. Shehein b'mikdash. Kol Shiva. Now Rashi comes along to answer what you just said. Zoom is on, yeah. If he's on the, one of us is on the wrong Zoom. Shoot, I think it's me. Could someone send me the link? I thought I was on the right Zoom. It's awkward. I'm on the right Zoom. What's lunch? Okay, pause for status identification. Send me a link, please. Please. Okay, so in the top Rashi says, what is lulav? Linatila, Rashi says. The lulav that we're referring to, I got to thank you. So about linatila, taking the lulav. What is taking the lulav? That's the regular, I'm on, he's that, so I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going to continue. You can just send him a link and tell me you can click on it. What is that din? Now Rashi continues, the next words of Rashi is what I wanted to point out. Ve'arava lahakiv hamizbeach. To surround, lahakiv, to surround. We're in the top Rashi, mizbeach. And Rashi says, Kidda kaman lebibirkin. We're going to get to Daf Mem Hey, and we'll understand what this means. This is a special din of Arava, a din of Arava that is even going to be Doiche Shabbos. Okay? So that's the din of Lulav, that's the din of Arava. Now the Mishnah goes back. Says the Mishnah, Lulav Keitzad, Mitzvahs Lulav Keitzad. How do you do the mitzvah of Lulav? And the next word, whether you have that word or not, B'Shabbos or not, you have the parentheses or not, but the point is, the Mishnah is explaining to us how they take the Lulav on Shabbos. Yom Tova Rishon Shel Chag, if the first day of Sukkot, Shechal Liyos B'Shabbos, that falls out on Shabbos. This should sound very familiar too. Very good. They bring. No, actually, they did.
No, we talked about where they brought it to shul.
Yeah.
And then Shabbos morning they would look for their...
That's the Mishnah. That's our Mishnah. I don't think we saw it. I think we saw this Mishnah. I think we started fourth parak. We also started the fourth parak. Did we not? Am I not crazy?
We did not start the fourth.
We did not start the fourth parak? Okay, I'm crazy. Okay, weiter. Let's continue. Then we'll see who I clearly did not do enough chazara, so I'll admit I don't remember who it is. They bring the lulavim to Har Habayis, v'chazanim, and the attendants, mikablin mehen, accept the lulavim from them, v'soidrin oisan, and they arrange them. Sudar, misudar means to be organized. V'soidrin oisan, and they arrange them al gabe itztaba, on top of, and itztaba is a platform, but Rashi sort of explains that these were more like benches, more like pews, like rows around where they had like a place to put down their things. They arranged the lulavim on this itztaba, on this platform, on this bench. V'hazikenim, but the elderly kohanim, what are they? The elderly people, they manichim would place as shelahen. Found it?
It was the almond right before.
Where? No. Where is it? Mamish the Mishnah. But it's interesting because there are minor nuances different to the Mishnah. Minor nuances. Okay, let's get there. Let's first read the Mishnah by us. Very good. Says the Mishnah again. They bring the love to Arabayis, v'chazanim, and the attendants mekablim would take it from them. V'soidrin and arrange them al gabi itztava, on top of a platform, on top of a bench. V'azekinim, but the elderly people, manichan hashalam, they would place theirs where? Belishka, in a room. They had a special, old people room to put their lulav in. Umelamdin oisam, and they would teach them. They would teach the Yidden, loymar, to say, call me shemagia lulavi. Whoever gets my lulav liyadai to his hand, harehu loi bimatana. It is his as a matana. One more time. They taught them to say, call me, anyone. Shemagia, that it reaches lulavi, my lulav, liyadai to his hand, harehu loi, it is his bimatana. Why would they say that? Because we have no clue who's getting what. Lamachar, the next day, on Shabbos, Mashkimin, they would get up early, Ubayin, and they would come. Now, this is the greatest point. Vachazanim and the attendants. This is like a Gabai's, Yom Tov is really Gabayim got, real airtime. Menachem, look at this one. Look what we get to do. You get to take the Chazanim. The Chazan doesn't mean the Chazan. It means an attendant. It means the Gabai. Chazanim Zark, you son of name. Can you imagine? Come in, you throw a lulav to everyone. Some people, you throw it backwards. You make sure. Get the point. Get the point anyway. V'zarkin, I son of name, you throw it to them. Vein mechatfim, and they would grab it. Umakin ish esreheyu, pandemonium, and they would beat each other up. So Bezdin saw, uksharo Bezdin, shaboli de sakana. This is not such a good idea. We're having a little bit of a brawl. You can only imagine. Hitkinu, they made a takana. Kol echad ve'echad, each and every person, noitel, the Beisai, would take it in their house. So a fascinating Mishnah. No, you wouldn't even bring to Beis HaMikdash. This Beis HaMikdash, which, by the way, just shows you, like we sometimes say, like, how can someone do something so crazy? Like, dude, they're in the Beis HaMikdash and they're having a fist fight over a lulav, which they gave. They made a tanai. They all announced that this lulav, anyone who gets it, it's theirs. And then they got into a fight over it. Okay.
Would that work to be lachem on the first day?
It has to, because this is only if it's the first day. So that means
We learned that.
We
said even Matana and Asla.
even a matana, but this is a straight matana. Straight matana. Fascinating. So again, let's just read those last 4 lines again, and then we'll stop for Chazara. Let's just read the end of the Mishnah one more time. Mitzvah lulav ketzad b'Shabbos. Yontav Rishon Chag Shechalios b'Shabbos. The first day falls on Shabbos. By Lichan Esuluvain, they would bring the love in Arabayis. But Chazanim, the attendants, Mekablan man would take them inside the Gabi. So would arrange them on the benches. Vazekinim and the elderly people, Menichan Shalom Lishka, they would place their lulavim in a special room. Umalam Dinoisam, and we would teach them. Loimar to say, Call me Shamagil Lulavi. Whoever gets my lulav liyadai to his hands, Hareu loy b'matana. It's his as a matana. Lamachar, the next day on Shabbos. Mashkim, they would get up early, Ubayin, and they would come. Vachazanim, and the attendants, Zarkin, Isam of Neim, would throw the lulav in. Veimachatfim, and they would grab them, and they would hit each his friend. Sharo, Bezdin saw Shapoli de Sakana. This is not such a good idea. His kino made a takana, she kol echad ve'echad neitel b'beisai. Each and every person should take lulav in their house. I mean, they still would take it, even though it's Shabbos, which our brain should start computing something is funny over here, because we thought that the whole reason why you take your lulav on Shabbos is what? Because it's Beis HaMikdash. And now they're taking the lulav because it's Beis HaMikdash in their house. So what exactly is going on in the end of the Mishnah? We're going to have to get to. Let's stop over here. I know always in the beginning we'll have a little extra time, but it will build.